Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. I want to talk to you about escaping cynicism. It says in Mark chapter 9, verse 24, immediately the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. Now, in the book of Mark, we have an amazing story about a father's broken heart for his son. Apparently his son is having constant seizures. He's foaming at the mouth, biting on his lip, throwing himself in a fire. Back in Bible times, they called it demon possession. So either way, his boy is sick. That's the issue here. And Jesus challenged the father and he said, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. And so the father thinks this through. And then he says, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. And literally what he's saying, if you want to paraphrase it, is, Lord, look, sorry, I'm cynical, but I'm desperate. Do something. So the boy eventually does get healed in his stories. But I want to talk to you about cynicism. Because cynicism is an interesting part of our makeup that can cause us a lot of trouble, cause a lot of problems, and run off a lot of friends. In fact, cynicism has been defined as an attitude of scornful or jaded negativity, especially a general distrust of integrity or professed motives of others. And I think it really fits. Generally, most people are in the second part, where a general distrust of integrity and professed motives of others. So let's unpack this a bit. What does it mean to be a cynical person? Well, firstly, a cynical person believes that the world is evil. They feed off of social media, the TV, and they take everything as truth. And because of this, they believe everyone is evil. Number two, when goodness happens to them, they believe it's a bad omen. Because when a cynical person is blessed, having a good time, they're convinced that it's simply the calm before the storm, because it's going to get really bad really soon. Number three, they have to be motivated to be nice. That's a cynical person. Generally, they're grumpy and unpleasant, and they're the type of person who likes to rain on everyone's parade. You're having a good time, and they're the ones who are going to rain on your parade because they just have to be motivated to be nice, and generally they're not. Number four, they're suspicious of everyone. It's hard to get emotionally close to a cynical person because they're always second guessing everything you say and always second guessing your motives. And unfortunately, they break a lot of relationships and run a lot of people off. Which brings me to number five, is a cynical person doesn't have a lot of friends. People want to be their friends. They want to reach out. They want to help them. But unfortunately, they can't because they're broken in their attitude and their perspective, the way they look at life. And then what they do is they hang around the wrong people. They hang around cynical people. Number six, they often shift the blame to others because they have a very high view of themselves. And they see everyone else as being hypocritical and incompetent. And if only the world was more like them, it'd be a better place. This is what they really believe and what they think. Number seven, they always consider the worst possible scenario. You know, when it comes to a cynical person, they make worrying a form of art. They're really good at it. Number eight, they live in the past. They're always talking about what was, which brings me to number nine, is that they affect everyone around them as well. A cynical person does this. They bring a cloud to every gathering. And the problem is with their words and what they say, they are very contagious. And before long, everyone is cynical around them as well. They're not the life of the party, that's for sure. Number 10 is they tend to hold grudges. You know, they know that transgressions are inevitable, but they're usually very petty and easy to offend. So let's think about that for a moment. Are you a cynical person? Do you tick 1 to 3 of these boxes? If you tick 3 out of these 10 boxes, then possibly you've got a problem with cynicism. The good news is it's never too late. Just like this man said, Lord, I'm cynical, but please help me here. That should be our prayer. Yeah, I'm cynical, but I need some help here. So firstly, there's a number of things you need to do if you want to change. Number one, identify you have a problem with cynicism. Number two, work hard at being positive. This takes a lot of energy. Number three, be grateful. Number four, take a fast of social media. Stop believing everything the media says. Number five, reevaluate your circle of friends. Maybe you're hanging around the wrong people. And lastly, number six, learn to have some fun. Hope this speaks to you. I hope you like it. Hit the like button, share it with someone else. Thanks for listening.